It is the beginning of the summer. It's a Hutsul territory here. It is a culture that used to be semi-nomadic. Now it's well established on these rich mountains. Still, preserving certain customs like shepherding, an activity that can almost only happen in the summer, when fields are green, when there is abundant food for the good sheep.
Каву горе, Карпати, гарно.
Куцуль.
Кучуль, так. Айда.
The shepherd is entrusted with sheep belonging to several people in the nearby village. The shepherd is a wise man knowing the mountains, the dangers, and the different meadows to feed the animals.
Метрів 150-200 і я вам показую водопади і ззаді вже буду дивитися зазаду. Хто має силу?
Since the beginning of the summer, people undertake to hike the most beautiful mountains. Even in the summertime, weather in the mountains can change at any moment. Especially when reaching the higher levels, where air gets thinner. There is less evaporation, and hence more moisture. Still, patches of ice adorn the higher lands, where temperature is always colder. Lower mountains, but hard to access in the winter, are now visited on special four-wheel drives. Other paths become clear to explore. And vegetation becomes richer and richer as the midsummer arrives. Water becomes more abundant too. Dogs are trained workers for shepherds in the mountains of Transylvania, in Romania. The belief here is that predators of this forest have the same rights to survive, even if that implies a loss for the shepherds. Wolves are amongst the main danger for sheep, but there is more than wolves to be aware of in here. The division of Eastern and Western Carpathian Mountains gives life to some of the most pristine forests in Europe. A group of red deer feeds at the shore of Starina, the most important source of water in the area. Close, hidden in the beech forest, a lynx awaits for an opportunity to hunt. In some of the meadows here, hundreds of special spider webs colonize. While lynx only use the meadows to take energy under the sun, the spiders help the plant's reproduction by decreasing the ants' effect on the pollinators. Meadows and forests here are excellent home for lynx and other wild cats. There is plenty of food and refuge in all this mountain range, even for larger mammals like bears. during the summertime, some of the busiest mountains are the Polish Carpathian, the Tatra Mountains. Even with an almost unpredictable weather, these mountains have stunning views. And these people are the Highlanders here, the Górals, expert navigators of the Tatras. In their traditional culture, shepherds, like in Romania and Slovakia, feed big groups of sheep in the lower parts of the mountains. A unique cheese of their culture, ostjepek, valuable food for ancient Highlanders in wintertime. The highland grasses and herbs feed wild goats in the summer. This is a species of Tatras camois, introduced in Low Tatras in the 70s, and now it's mixed with migrating camois from Alpine and Slovak paradise. Abundant food amongst the rocky Carpathians gives the perfect shelter to Tatra camois. Excellent climbers in these steep mountains. hiking in Slovakia and Poland is very popular. And summertime is a much easier task here. Even though accidents still happen. And that's when rescuers are angels from the sky. Shelters here are always located near water sources. In the summer, water flows from the mountains in abundance, creating rivers, streams, waterfalls and lakes, giving life to many. The form of mountains allows air to rise up higher and cooler than the moving air, creating replenishment after the condensation. Much of a source of water is stored underground. Limestone aquifers filter water to springs on the higher lands. Natural pollination happens very fast in the summertime. Wind calamity also quickly killed 12,000 hectares of vegetation here in November 2004. But nature is wise enough to keep going. This time of the year is a real paradise everywhere in the Carpathians. The variety of views, the pleasant weather, the different lakes, and the accessible trails welcome many humans here. Everybody ascends. Even migrating birds make home of this summer paradise.